grab a hot cup of tea and a blanket because I need to hash this one out. Let's begin 3 days after our second IUI. This morning, I treated myself to a chocolate croissant warmed up from Caribou, and also their holiday drinks are out. I mean, today is like November finally, and so their holiday drinks are out. So I got the Ho-Ho Mint Mocha, and I always have to ask them, like, that has coffee in it, right? And they're always like, yum. And I'm like, okay, good. Because sometimes those Starbucks drinks don't really have a whole lot of caffeine, am I right? And that's the point. So, yeah, that is kind of what my morning looks like. It was 8 days past my ovulation day, so at 7 or 8 DPO, they had me go get labs to check your progesterone levels to make sure it was ovulatory. And I have kept myself so busy, or life has kept me so busy, that I pretty much forgot almost. And so at 5:40, I was sitting in my office and I was like, oh shit. Called my fertility clinic and asked if the lab was still open. In one of the locations it was, if I could get there by 5, and it's only like 2 minutes down the road. So I got there, all the lights are dark, but I could get in. But I didn't know what to do when I got in because nobody was there. So I called a different location and they were able to get me in. It was like a 10-minute drive and they were able to get me in. So I got my labs done. The sad thing is if I would have remembered to do it this morning, like on my way to work, then I would have had the results by now. But now I probably won't get them until Monday. So I'm going to try not to think about that. But I'm proud of myself that I was so not focused on it that I pretty much almost forgot, because that has not been the case lately. So that's exciting. Success in the 2-week wait. Only 1 more week to go, right? Lab is drawn today. I'm trying to be quiet because I haven't told Garrett what they are yet. This cycle has just been so crazy. But it's Friday, and I didn't think that I would get them back yet. But I checked my phone before I went to bed, and I got an email that they were in. And last month, they were 18.8 was my progesterone level, which is like the highest it's been yet. And it just keeps going up. It's been going up. And I really thought this was a month. Like, I felt like I felt it in my core.
Like, carrots and orange were the best they've ever been. And, I was gonna test. I was supposed to test on my birthday. So, yeah, haven't even said what they are yet. It was so low it couldn't even register. So the lab said it was less than 0.2. And I don't know what happened. I just don't know. I know I didn't ovulate, which makes no sense because it didn't change anything. And it was like literally my worst progesterone lab ever. And I didn't do anything different. I just really thought this was it. But now I have to wait another week and a half to get my period and then start a new cycle, which who even knows if that's gonna work, because I have no idea why this cycle didn't work. All I can do is just wait until Monday when my provider hopefully messages me regarding my labs. I'm not gonna like message her and freak out with a bunch of questions because I'm an office manager for a healthcare clinic, and I know that when she has the time to see my result and get to me, she will. I'm just so confused. It makes me think, like, am I even supposed to be a mother? Like, maybe I would just be bad at it, or like I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. It's just hard. It just feels like a huge setback.
Hi guys. So the end of the last clip was pretty raw. I had contemplated a lot on whether or not I would post this video because the intention was to have it be a 2-week waiting video. Because I felt like I had finally gotten to a point where getting a negative test at the end of the 2-week window wasn't as devastating to me as it used to be in the beginning of our infertility journey, which was like 1 to 2 years ago, depending on what you count, depending on who you ask, if you ask me or my husband. But I was excited to make this video because I felt like I had finally gotten down what helps me get through that waiting period, because it was really, really hard in the beginning. And I was excited to document my routines and then just like keeping busy. Like, I try to like set things up during that time so that I'm not just sitting at home on the couch letting my mind spiral. And so documenting the things that I do during that period, because I feel like I had really gotten down to the nitty-gritty of what helps me, and I was excited to share that. However, this clearly took a change. And it got really, really dark really, really fast, which hadn't happened for me in a long time. So it was just completely out of the blue. And I did not know how to process. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to pivot this video in a different direction, which would be lying and not being authentic. But I didn't really know what to do for this week's video because I was just so devastated. And so finally I came to the conclusion, like, you know what, Kaya, like, this is the reason that you created this channel, is to be authentic and be real and to share your story, and all of the ups and downs that come with your story, in hopes that there's hope at the end and, you know, success at the end for creating a family. Because when I would have these down times, or when I would get a negative test at the end of my cycle and I would feel so incredibly devastated and sad and alone, I would come to the internet. I would go to Google and inevitably end up on YouTube watching journeys of other women. And the ones that I enjoyed most were the ones that I could relate to, and they were really down in their journey and sharing that so that I didn't feel alone. And I know that there's going to be many more lows in this journey, but that's kind of where my mind was going, was, well, damn, I can't do a positive 2-week waiting video now when I'm completely devastated and haven't been this sad in so long. Yeah, this is real, this is authentic. This is what happened during my 2 weeks. Basically, I don't know what to do. Today's Monday. I actually ended up getting sick over the weekend. I wasn't feeling the best all last week. But then this weekend, my brother-in-law came over and left early Sunday morning, and Sunday I was sad. I just needed to veg. And then this morning I woke up and I was just not feeling good. Like, I physically felt ill. Like, I'm definitely sick. I'm running a fever. So it's not just me being super sad. And you can probably tell in the sound of my voice, I actually did go into work and the girls were like, we don't really want to get sick, so could you go home? And I was like, you got it. I don't really want to go home. Like, I actually didn't feel good when I woke up this morning, but I went into work because I didn't want to be at home sitting on the couch feeling my feels, because I'm just over it. I don't really know what to do, so I'm kind of in the waiting game. Yeah, I'm struggling this cycle a lot. Hi, buddy. Hi. So then we literally go to do the progesterone. It can't even register my progesterone. Like, it is like literally has the less than symbol, 0.2. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what the F? So I'm like just overthinking. You know, either we timed the ovulation cycle wrong, which I don't know how I could have done that, or I just simply did not ovulate, which makes no sense either. Has anyone out there taken Letrozole to stimulate ovulation, had successful ovulation for like months, and then all of a sudden did the same exact thing but then didn't ovulate a month? I don't know if like we've been taking it so long that it's like not working anymore, or if maybe it was just a one-off and it was just a fluke and it didn't work this time and it will work again next month. We were just so convinced that this was going to happen. I mean, it really felt like all of the stars were finally going to align for us this cycle. Garrett's numbers were amazing. Last month, I had the highest progesterone level I had. I mean, I was gonna test on my birthday. I'm like, it literally makes no sense, and I'm so confused. So I don't know. I might do what I said I wasn't going to do, and I might get on my fertility clinic site and message the doctor and just say, hey, you know, how are you interpreting this cycle? What do you suggest moving forward? Should we set up an appointment to come in and talk to you about what's next? I mean, I literally don't even know what's next right now. Like, I don't know. I don't know if the next step is she's gonna tell us that we likely won't get pregnant unless we do IVF. I don't know if we continue doing more IUIs. I don't even know if Letrozole will continue working for me. Clomid didn't work for me. I don't know if, you know, I'm not educated on this part, but I don't know if I need to start doing like hormonal injections or like trigger shots and like doing follicle monitoring, because we haven't done that. It hasn't been needed or brought up or anything like that. So I don't know. I'm all confused. Don't know what to do. Super sad. And I think the worst part is getting a low progesterone lab and then having to go another week and a half to get my period before we can even start the next cycle. But I'm proud of myself that I let myself feel the feelings. That's been a huge thing for me in therapy is, you know, it's okay to be sad. It's just before, in the beginning of this process, I would be sad for like a week. But now I really let myself feel the feelings for a day, maybe 2 if I feel that it's needed. Cry as much as I can, talk to my husband, communicate how I'm feeling, make a plan for the next steps moving forward. And then once I feel like I really dealt with my feelings, then move on. And I feel like that's really helped for me. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's easier said than done, I totally know. But yeah, so that was the intention for this video, and it just totally took a dive. But I decided, you know what, I'll just be raw and share anyways. Because sometimes even when you think you have it all figured out on how not to be sad, you still get super sad. And that's okay. I might message my fertility doctor and just say like, hey, what are you thinking? What's going on? I don't understand. We're really confused and we're really heartbroken. I just feel like God put on my heart a long time ago to be a mother. And I don't know what that looks like. I don't know what that looks like for us and our family, or what that will look like. I hope that it's in his plan. I know God has a plan, you know, and Garrett keeps telling me that. And I know that. I know God has a plan. It's just, it's really hard to come to terms with what if that his plan isn't what I want? What if I don't like his plan? That's the control freak in me coming out. Yeah. When we hear anything, I don't really know what path this is gonna go. But I'll let you know when we hear something and what our next plan of action is. But right now, I'm just kind of lost. And I don't know what's to come. I do believe his plan is greater than I can even imagine. It's just hard because I want it right now. I just feel like something's missing. I just want us to grow our family. So I don't know. We'll see.